Hello, hello, Happy New Year, welcome to some Toonkind D&D. My name is Whis, I'm one of your players today, and I am playing the Forde siblings, Chifley and Missy Forde, and they are joined, and I am joined, by a very good friend of mine, a really good buddy, who is wonderful and lovely and thoughtful and kind, and I'm doing my jazz hands.
I am blushing. Hi, I'm Candle. Today I'm going to be playing Cassie Trebleclef, and her dad Dorian Trebleclef, who is here to watch only. He's too old for ice skating anymore.
Oh, bless him. Well, we're going to find out whether or not the Ford kids have the capacity for ice skating, I guess. Oh dear. So where this kicks off, I imagine that after Animas, when Chifley and Missy were given their ice skates as a gift, there was a lot of no, we can't go ice skating right this second. Missy, sit down. We are in the middle of dinner. No, we cannot go ice skating now. And she had to be placated a bit. It's like, we're going to go on the weekend. It will be fine. Just calm your farm. Just
No, we
relax.
can't go after dinner. It's dark. we'll,
Yes.
we'll go on the weekend. No, we can't go tomorrow. We gotta work.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially seeing as Animas is on the 21st of December and they don't have Christmas. So the weekend with the 25th was free.
Yeah.
Winter, dark. Yeah. Night skating, not good for beginners.
No, like it could be fun if you are like good at it and know what you're doing, but probably not a great place to start learning.
Yeah, especially seeing as the intention was them to go out to a frozen lake, not like a professionally manicured indoor rink or something like that. We have them set up in the
Yeah.
city here sometimes in the winter. They'll just build a rink in the middle of the plaza. I was like, okay, that I
That's
assume would be
cool.
fine because there'd be lights and stuff. Not the middle of a peckin' lake. So,
I mean, I'm sure Toontown has both. I completely forgotten that those were a thing because the only ice rinks I know are all indoors.
yeah. But that's fine. Like, it meant that they could finish Animus and, wrap up all of the things that need wrapping up for the week. Because the 21st, I believe, was a Tuesday. So, like, they had a whole week. So Missy would have been vibrating all week going, ice skating, ice skating, ice skating, ice skating. And especially seeing as Chifley is still sort of in between their house and Lau's apartment, because he's still self-imposed full-time carer over there. He kind of wants to make sure everything's squared away, that Lau will be fine for a while, so he can go and spend some time with his sister and cousins. And it's like, yep, no drama.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Lau would
I-
say he's fine anyway, because he's just like that. But Chifley wants to be sure.
Yeah, I'm imagining there was an invite to Lao before it was sort of thought, I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if that would work, and I don't know if Lao would want to come out ice skating anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. I like to picture Chifley would have offered and followed it up with, if you feel up to going outside. But I think probably it was a, no, I need a nap kind of day on Lau's part, so he is not in attendance today.
Yeah.
But it's going to be something very early in the morning, like not stupid early, not like 4 in the morning, but like 9 in the morning, because Missy is nothing if not enthusiastic. And so she had everything packed the night before, and then she went and she shook everybody awake just before, like 5 minutes before the alarms went off in the morning. Go, ice skating! Ice
Okay,
skating."
I need to roll a con for my character to see how tired they are right now. Okay, what are your cons? Oh, this is a great start. I think that's a 0.
Oh no.
Yep, they've. Oh, Cassie, you have a +1 in con. Where did you get that from? Okay, anyway. Give me a moment, I'm just gonna roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Cassie got a 12, so she's doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
Dorian got a 3.
Oh, fair's fair. I should do one for Chifley too, shouldn't I? Where's my d20? Oh, okay. Fine. Be like that, Chif. Oh, I don't even have to roll. You don't have any modifiers to that. That's a 16. Cool.
Nice.
Groovy. Alright. Well. Chip's fine. Dorian, not so much. But that, you know what, that works. Because Dorian's gonna be hanging out on the side.
Yeah, he's gonna pull a blanket out of his hammer space and just, like, sit there with probably a cup of coffee or tea and just be like, have fun, I'm staying right here.
Snow picnic. Wake me if you need me.
Yep, don't die.
And he's like, alright. I mean, between a bard and a cleric, surely the three of them will be alright. I say. In
Hopefully.
hope. Yeah. So did Cassie have a particular lake in mind when they started organising going out ice skating on a lake?
Probably not. So, I'm gonna roll a survival or investigation. I think maybe an investigation. Let's see how well she did research ahead of time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That was a 15.
Alright, cool.
So,
yeah.
yeah, she probably found, like, she probably went out and was like, where's the best place to ice skate in Toontown? It just was like, ask everyone in the building and on the street. And
Well, yeah,
got,
they can't just Google it, can they? Yeah.
they're just, hi, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't want to, like, take up too much of your time, but, do you know where, the best ice skating place in Toontown is? And that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
I'm sure it goes very well because Cassie is very charismatic.
Yep. So she's just like, all right, I've narrowed it down to 3. I'm just gonna pick that one.
Great. So I'm gonna say that Missy had their bags and their gear all ready to go, as well as snacks, and she was like standing at the door while everyone else was getting dressed, and Chifley is just watching her. He's just shaking his head and smiling, and Cassie and Dorian can roll an insight on him if they would like.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's do this. Oh, that's a 16 from Cassie. She's rolling well today. Okay, what's your modifier? Okay, and that's a 7 from Dorian, which makes sense since he's half asleep.
The man's tired. All right. Well, Cassie can tell that as Chifley's already dressed, but like as he's watching Missy buzz around the apartment and stand at the door and look over at everyone else trying to get ready and whatnot, there is a certain fondness about that smile of his. Like it's really really good to see her being enthusiastic about something, mundane. It's not, I'm going to go and punch something. It's not, I'm going to go on an adventure. It's, I'm going to go and do ice skating with my brother and my cousin and it's going to be fun. And see her being a kid.
Yeah. I think Dorian doesn't catch anything because he's like half asleep at the counter, and Missy's probably like, "Come on!"
Yep. She's like thrown his coat over him and then like thrown like from off screen, and it's just sort of go on his side, and then thrown his scarf from off screen, and it's sort of like done that coil thing on top of his head, and he's just sort of leaning there, go, I'm awake, I'm up.
Yeah, I'm standing, I'm awake, my eyes are open. I'm just like that thumbs up, like I'm getting there. And Cassie's a little bit busy as well because she's like running through checklist. Okay, do we have everything we need? But is also like just looking between everyone as well. So that's why I think she caught Chifley's look and is gonna throw him a like a fond smile, like,
Mhm.
yeah, this is nice.
Chifley's going to smile back and then sort of do a sort of little cough to get Missy's attention. It's like, I think you should worry about yourself more than Dorian or Cassie.
But we need coats. It's going to be cold. I mean, you don't, but they do.
I'm sure they can manage. They're adults.
But I want to go now. Cassie, can we go now? Uncle Dorian, can we go? Can we go now? Are you ready yet?
One moment. Okay, let's see. Got food. We got something warm to drink. We got blankets. We got ice skates. We got a map. I think that's okay. I think that's everything. Keys. There. Just like, that like half run in. Wait. Do I have that turn on the foot like back again and then like back and forth like okay, yeah, I think we got everything. Let's go.
Oh man, that is my life almost every day. Missy is out the door first, but she's a very good girl. She only goes like 4 steps into the corridor before she stops and waits for the grown-ups, and they'll come out and lock the door. And I like to picture them following Cassie's lead because she's the one who knows where they're going, but like Missy is holding one of her hands and one of Chifley's other hands, and Dorian was walking behind.
Yeah. Dora is just like, this is fine by me. I'm still half asleep.
It's like, coffee, please work.
Yeah.
Incredible. So, do we want to be cruel to them and make them roll survival to get there, or are we just going to say where they're going to get there?
I kind of want to roll a survival, see how this goes.
All right, sounds like fun.
Oh, good.
Well, Missy's not helping. That's fine. Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay, Cassie got a 10.
All right, well, Missy has a -1, and I rolled a 5, so that makes it a 4 for her. Chifley, on the other hand, is rolling the best that he's rolled in months. Hold on, I can't do math. It is too hot to do math.
That's okay. I can't believe, Dorian, why do you have a +7 in survival?
He was an adventurer, that's why.
Oh, that's true. He got an 18 in total.
And Chif got a 22.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so between, like, Missy's 0 help. She is just pure excitement. She has no navigational capacity at this point. And I suppose that Cassie's the one with the map, so she's, like, got an idea. But between Dorian and then Chifley, who are just sort of leaning over and looking at the map and whatnot and just guiding them in the right direction.
Yeah, I think Cassie might be, like, being, I don't know, when, like, you're not normally the person of authority and all of a sudden this is the thing that you all organized and it can be a little bit overwhelming and you keep, like, being scatterbrained? I think that's what she's being like at the moment. Like, I gotta do a good job. This is my thing that I organized. And it's just like, you're holding the map upside down. I'm not holding the map upside down. That was on purpose.
It is not upside down. It is correct to our relative position. Shut up. Oh dear. All right. Great. Well, they're gonna get there, and I'm just gonna say it looks just like what you drew in the title card. This beautiful round lake surrounded by this pine forest that's got that dusting of snow, like it snowed last night, so it's all nice and fresh. I don't know what stops snow from gathering on ice, probably nothing, but it's never got snow on it in the cartoon, so this is Toonkind. Let's say there's no snow on the ice. Pristine. There was no wind, so it's smooth without having to go over with one of those little Zamboni things or whatever they're called.
And it's early enough in the morning that no one else is here.
Yes, which I feel is important for novices. But yeah, Chifley is going to make a point of making sure that like their picnic blanket is out and he's got everything like pegged down so that if it does get windy, nothing flows away. And then he's just going to go and stand over at the edge of the lake and he's going to stick a foot out and just sort of see how slippery it is. He's just like, Is it still slippery? Yes. And you can just sort of see him slump a little bit.
Oh, fantastic. I think Pig has probably come up like next to him and then just like one look at the like cold ice and just like walks back and sits next to Dorian.
Chifley's not going to say anything to Pig because he knows the goose does not like him. But he's just going to stand there. It's like, oh, if only I could nope out of this. I don't think I can.
I think Cassie might be helping Missy put her ice skates on.
Yeah, like Chifley's just going to sort of look over his shoulder, like follow Pig with his eyes, and then raise his vision up to look at the girls, and like he can hear both of their themes, and Missy's leitmotif is just going a mile a minute. It's just like she's so excited.
Cassie's excited to like teach them. You can tell from her theme. It's probably fairly similar to how she gets when she goes to flight school.
Amazing. So Chifley's going to go over and sit down on the picnic mat next to them and pull off his boots, but then just sort of sit there. She's like, I don't want to put the skates on. I'm going to embarrass myself, because he has a fairly accurate assessment of his capacity. But anyway, and then he's going to look up at Cassie. I'm going to clarify. I've never done this before. Neither was she. So I hope you don't have any high expectations for us.
I just feel like this sweet child is gonna be like, I think she's a little bit too high on like excitement to she's just gonna be like, you'll be alright. It's yeah, I know you haven't been before, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and I'm sure you'll be good. Like, just has zero idea that this might be a difficult thing.
Alright. At least I don't have to worry about getting cold from the ice when I fall down. Unlike this one. And he just reaches over and pokes Missy in the side, and you know the snow outfit that Maggie Simpson wears, where she's so puffy that she can't really she's just starfish. It's not quite starfish, but it is so puffy. Like, it is outrageously puffy. She's not gonna get cold, like, at all. But it's just such a big puffy jacket.
Yeah, oh my god, that's so adorable. I think Dorian might like laugh a little bit at that, and don't worry, that's what these are for, and he's just gonna pat the pile of blankets that's next to him. Because unlike Cassie, he has a realistic expectation of how this might go.
Yeah, the twink and the 6-year-old, who are from a part of Anquel where it doesn't snow. This could only go well. But Chif will put his ice skates on, and but he'll stay sitting on the picnic mat while Missy attempts to get up, and she's sort of trying to, because there's still snow on the ground and whatnot, so she's just sort of using the snow to help her balance, and she's like,
Ha! I can stand up. This is fine.
You wanna bend your knees a little bit to lower your center of gravity so that you're more stable, and then you just sort of,
And she just do like that motion with her foot, like glide like that. Like, just with the hands in the air, like, yeah, like that, you know, exactly like that.
I am going to roll an intelligence for Missy Forde. Okay, that's an 11. That's not complete garbage. She is not going to attempt to do that before she gets on the ice. She was about to. She's like, wait, no. Ice skating requires being on the ice. So instead she's going to sort of try and plod, and she has to pick her feet up real high because she's not used to her foot being, you know, 2-3 inches longer than it normally is. So she's picking her knees up a little bit more, like, higher than she needs to try and tromp over to the ice.
I think Cassie is sort of fluttering because, haha, she has wings. She doesn't have to tromp to the ice.
Yeah.
Fluttering a little bit behind her, just like in case she loses her balance.
I am going to roll her a dex at this point, just a straight dex, to see how well she does this. But I may use one of her other modifiers for actually ice skating.
Fair enough.
Oh dear. Okay, so that is a 9. A 9 on that dex. So, yeah, she to use the obvious pun, it's slightly incorrect though, is like a deer on ice. Yeah, she's probably needs to be caught by Cassie a few times.
Oh, fantastic. I'm wondering, should I roll a strength to see how she's doing?
Sure. Why not?
This should be fun. I can't tell, that's on the edge. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's a 2.
Oh, bless these squishy spellcasters, my god. Alright, I think because Chifley doesn't have any issues with cold at all, he's actually just gonna walk to the ice and then sit down and then put his boots on because it doesn't bother him in the slightest. And he's just gonna, I think, are you gonna be a smartass? Yes, you are going to be a smartass. As he gets over to where Cassie tried to catch Missy as she fell, and then they both ended up in the snow, he's just gonna slowly, like, just reach over and just move Cassie so, like, she's not on top of Missy. It's just like a small little flip, and then keep going.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, God. Just... Thanks.
He'll just shoot her a smile and then put on his boots. And now I'm going to proceed with the embarrassing of the Chifley. What do you think? Acrobatics or athletics? Or just a straight dex?
I think any of those will work, so do you want to be mean or nice to him?
I'm going to be mean to him. I'm going to use his athletics. Oh my god. Chifley, really? Okay. This is me saying I am going to embarrass my boy. I use his worst possible modifier for this. And he rolls a natural 20.
Yeah, he was just like, I am just gonna, you wanted to embarrass me, but I'm just gonna screw you.
Apparently so. Oh, gee. Okay, well, surprisingly, Chifley's put his boots on. They're nice and tight. He manages to push himself up onto his feet, no problem. And then sort of steps onto the ice and does just one little glide. And he's sort of just going, whee, into the ice. Just in a straight line. He's just like, I'm just going to go, I want to focus on standing upright. And he has no wobbles, no problems at all. Okay.
I think Cassie's gonna cheer for him from the side, like, yeah, go Chif, I knew you could do it.
Oh, and Missy's going to be sitting up. She's got clumps of snow stuck to her. It's like, that's great, Chifley, well done! And she gives little claps. My turn!
Alright, so I think I'm not gonna roll for it this time, but Cassie's gonna help Missy to her feet, like,
Yep.
by flying a little bit to keep her balance and pull her upright, and then just gonna let her go.
I think that's fine. Okay, so they're gonna get over to the ice, and Missy is going to be nervous at first. Like, she'll step onto the ice, and she's doing the duck feet thing, and she's just sort of standing there with her knees bent, and she's got, her hands in fists. It's like, huh.
Okay. I have not fallen down, so we're winning so far. Yeah.
Now, just push with one of your legs, and then just glide for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to use acrobatics for her, I think.
Fair enough.
Damn, okay. Great. It wasn't a natural 20, but it was a 19.
Oh, nice.
Which makes that a 24.
Wow. Oh my god, that's great.
That's incredible. Yeah, I was thinking the two of them, like Missy was going to be really, really good, and Chif was just going to fall straight on his face and break his nose. No, apparently they're both just like, we have been doing this our whole lives, apparently. Except not. But like, yeah, so...
Oh, fantastic. I was wondering...
Glide after Chifley, giggling the entire way.
Yeah, I think Cassie's gonna do another shot. Like, you're doing it! You're doing great!
Yeah, there's just
And
this receding into the distance.
I'm gonna roll for Cassie. I'm really kind of expecting her to not do great now after how good they've done. I mean, it's not too bad, but that's because she has a +6 modifier. So that's a 14. So yeah, like not the most, like she's not falling over at all. But also not the most graceful.
No, that's great. It's decent. It's quite decent. So I'm gonna say that with a 24 and a natural 20 on their attempts at ice skating, they can both kind of get the idea of like going forward and steering a little bit. I'm going to roll again for Missy to see whether or not she gets cocky and falls over. Oh yeah, there we go. Maybe not with her modifier. It's not rubbish, I don't think. Okay, so it's still 13. So she's a little, like, she was doing super duper well, and then she was turning around and then was trying to, like, go too faster and starts wobbling and carrying on. I may as well do one for Chifley as well, see how well he can break. As he's turned around to go and meet up with Cassie and Missy where they are, and he's like, let's see if you can break. Nope. I'm gonna say probably not. Because I'm using athletics for Chifley, and that's a grand total of 6.
Oh, fantastic. Well,
So he can't
probably
stop.
not low enough to, fall over, but he can't stop. He's just still going.
Yeah. Like, he's going, and then he's sort of gone still, and he's still sliding, and he's just sort of... Cassie can kind of see, like, he's got his knees bent a little bit, and he's looking down at the ground, and then looking up at her, and then looking down, and just getting closer and closer. And she can roll an insight if she wants.
Alright, yeah,
I think that'd
let's
be
roll an
funnier.
insight. Okay, that's a 14.
Okay. It probably dawns on her with enough time to spare that he's got no idea how to stop.
I think she's gonna yell out, toes in, and, you know what, I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna roll a strength. Oh, fantastic. That was worse than before.
Fantastic. All right, I'm gonna roll Chifley another athletics to see whether or not he can successfully stop, because otherwise we're gonna have a pile. Oh my gosh! No, that is a whole 0.
Oh, fantastic.
Crash! Like, he's trying, but it's not happening. It's not enough. And like, I haven't ice skated a whole lot, but I used to roller skate, and one of the things when I was learning, it was always if you go, oh yeah, put your toes in to do like that plow stop sort of thing, and it was always more than you felt like it should be. And so like, he's put his toes in, and he's like, that's my toes in. Why is this not working? And not realizing that you kind of have to really go in for it, and you know, put your legs out at the same time so you get nice, yeah. And it's just smack. I strike bowling noises as they fall off screen. And it's like, oh no. And Mrs. just sort of slides up to them really slowly, like just.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you also hear from the on the bank of the. You right out there?
Are they okay? I mean, Chifley did get a 0. I feel like he's like just face down. Like maybe half over the top of her legs or something, and I think there's just going to be this pause, and he's not even going to look up. He's just going to lift a hand and give a small thumbs up.
I think Cassie's going to be like, Chifley, you're squishing me.
Sorry, that was not as good as starting it was. And how good? Yeah, you are not dignified, sir. That is a 4, which makes it a 2. Yeah, he's trying to get back up, but the best he can do is kind of just sort of roll, and so he just sort of rolls off of her and can't get back up. So there's just this sort of chunk 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 as he rolls off and is just sort of half stabbing the ice with the point on the blades of the ice skates, and then he's just lying on his back on the ice, just looking up at the sky. It's just like,
God, I don't know whether Cassie would try and help or not, because that hasn't exactly gone very well so far.
no.
So I think, yeah, she gets back up off the ice, and then she's hovering in the air over the top of Chifley, being like, do I help or don't I? Like,
He's just gonna look up at her and then sort of glance down at the ice and himself in general, and just, I was kind of hoping that this would come naturally to me after my redesign, but apparently not.
You did good starting. Just stopping's hard and important.
Seems like it. Is that the hardest part?
I mean, turning can be difficult too, but stopping's the most important part.
Well, at least we've got plenty of room to keep trying.
So, yeah, guess it makes sense. Dad was always the one to stop me when I was learning, and I am a lot smaller than him.
I'm not particularly tall, but I am lanky, I suppose. And I just rolled for him to try and get up again. That's another 0.
oh my God.
So like, I feel like he's gonna push himself up onto his hands and knees, and then try and get back up onto his feet. But then he's definitely going to be doing the oh no, I have no traction on my feet, kicky sort of fall over thing. So it's just another poof.
Oh, there's a wince from Cassie. You okay there?
It's just another little thumbs up and a sigh.
Chifley, it's a lot easier if you're standing up.
He's just gonna give her a look, and I'm gonna roll another one for her, see whether or not she's carrying on like a pork chop. Oh, 10. 10's not falling over categories, so yeah, she's not, She's still upright. She's still sliding. She's managed to break and not run into them. I think she's still managing pretty alright. And Chifley's just gonna sigh.
It would be kind of funny if she was practicing the stopping, and I don't know if it was the same for you when learning to like stop, where you do that kind of bit of the shaky sort of like stutter stop kind of thing when as your like feet wiggle a little bit as you're
Oh yeah, do it in little
going.
bursts that just slowly reduces your speed rather than in a solid break kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are definitely some similarities between roller skating and ice skating, but like they don't have a toe stop, so you can't even do there's this really cool stop you can do on roller skates with a brake on the front where you kind of you're skating along and then you do this sort of spin turn thing and turning around and you slide backwards on your toe stops, and I don't think you can do that on ice skates somehow.
No, I don't think so.
Not without gouging big cuts into the ice. That would not be ideal.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, my understanding of how this whole process works is at its limit.
I only have very basic knowledge of ice skating, so
Oh well, we will live in a desert country and you in the tropics. So how about I roll another one of these to see whether or not Chifley can actually get back up, and I'm going to use his acrobatics this time, which is slightly better than his athletics.
I think I'm gonna roll another strength, see if Cassie can help him out.
There you go, Chifley. That's better.
I mean, that's a
makes him-
4 from Cassie.
That's a 19 for Chifley getting back up. So I think he just sort of needed a break. He just needed to sort of lie there and go, huh, and then roll over on his hands and knees and get back up. And he's quite stable once he's up there, and maybe it's because Cassie was sort of holding onto his arm so that he's like...
I don't think she did much. That was a 4. She's just there.
Hey, sometimes that can be all you need. That can be all you need sometimes. He's just going to stand back up, and he is going to push off again, and sort of half... I feel like if she's flying and still holding onto him when he accelerates, he'll just sort of pull her along beside him.
Yeah, I think she's pretty, like, happy doing that. You know, like when you're swimming and you're just, like, being pulled along by someone, kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, what inspired the ice skates?
Don't know. Just guess thinking about doing it myself, and I didn't know if you guys had been, and I thought it would be fun.
I'm sure it can be fun once you get the hang of it. It's gonna take a lot of practice. But, I'm sure it could be something useful if I could get the hang of it.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't have ice on command, so...
Yeah, might be useful to know how to ice skate. You could make those, like, ice paths across the water or something like that.
That would be pretty impressive. I've never even thought to try that. I suppose there's a lot about my new magic that I just haven't played with.
And then maybe you could make a loop-de-loop. That would be fun.
I feel like that might be beyond my capacity, Cassie.
You never know if you don't try.
No, I feel like I do know for that one. It's quite astounding I'm standing upright, quite frankly, but I think acceleration and stability might come before shenanigans. Not everybody can fly.
Yeah, well, it's still fun. Ice skating's kind of the closest that you can get on the ground, I think.
I wouldn't know. No, this is the first time I've done this, and certainly never flown before.
Yeah, well, I've had these most of my life. I don't really know. It was
and she's you want to roll an insight?
Sure. Chifley, you're focusing really hard on not falling down. What's your insight again? Okay. It's the only reason this is not a shit roll. That's an 11.
11.
That's average.
Okay, well, I might actually roll this, see how it goes. Because yeah, I think she would. Yeah, I think that's not going to be enough for Chifley to get anything. Because that was a deception, and yep, that's what your modifier is.
Hmm.
Yeah, she does stutter a little bit in that sentence, and then uh gonna change topic almost immediately onto something else. So I think she's gonna say,
But we used to do this a lot when I was little, and every Animus, and it was really fun. And I thought you guys might like it too.
He's going to not comment about that change of subject, but he will smile at her. I'm glad that you've thought of us with your family traditions. It's different to what we used to do. And I didn't really participate in our family traditions after a while. It was nice to have new ones.
What did you used to do?
Well, it was typical around Animas to go to the amphitheater and the choir would perform. It was fairly typical, but Missy didn't enjoy it, and I couldn't. So we stopped going.
We used to go to the theater here actually. Every year, they have a production, a whole bunch of productions on Animus night or the day before Animus. Yeah, and we would go and we would see all the new ones and our favorite of the old ones. It was good fun. But a lot of our Animus traditions kind of stopped when Chris left for university.
I can appreciate that. It got hard to find something to celebrate after a while, but things are very, very different now. And while there are some things that still need attention, this is nice.
Yeah.
We have more than just each other, and things that we were worried about have run their course.
Yeah, this has been the most people I've had at Animus, I think, ever. We've had you and Missy and Dad and Crystal and Aunt Litch, and yeah, it's been a long time since I've had this many people around.
Our father liked to cook for Animas, and it was good that we had such a big meal. It was quite comforting, even if the food was different.
Yeah, Dad does like to cook a lot. He's really good too. I think Chris can give him a run for his money now, but uh, yeah, it's always been the one thing they got along with.
You never wanted to eat any of my mother's food. She was rubbish at it.
Yeah?
She liked to experiment and try her own twists on recipes that were almost foolproof, but what she changed never worked.
Yeah, I don't know if Mum was good at cooking. I can do a little bit. I know how to make shortbread.
It's good to have some specialties. I'm no good at any things our father used to make, but it is a shame. I wouldn't mind having some of his food again. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. But I think he would have liked this.
Have you asked Dad at all? He might know some of them.
I haven't. That's not a bad idea. It's strange, even though I know that our fathers are cousins and spent some of their childhood together, that connection just doesn't sit, I suppose.
Yeah, it's weird. Dad never really talked about where he came from, and I don't know if he cooks much from there either. So it's always a bit weird to remember that you guys came from the same place.
Her father was a little bit unique, at the score anyway. He was the only one who would make dumplings or soba noodles or anything like that, and it wasn't really the style for everyone else. They liked more of what you made. The big, comforting soups and stews and cakes and things.
Yeah, I think my dad really liked the food in Ghibli. I know he incorporates a lot of it into the meals that we get.
It's been a while since I've been to Ghibli.
You've been to Ghibli?
Just the once. It was nice. We went to a beach.
Ah.
When summer comes around, we should do that.
Ooh, yeah. I've never actually been to Ghibli before. I should. 'Cause like I know the rest of my family has. Did you know that that Chris was actually born in Ghibli?
Blink, blink. I did not know that. No.
Yeah, in Kauai, I think.
I can't claim to have very good geography knowledge. I don't even remember the name of the town we went to. That's how bad I am. But we went to the beach and we went on a cruise ship.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Certainly not something I would be able to afford if I had to pay for it, but maybe just going to the beach would be nice. I don't know how hot it will be or how well I cope now, but I think Missy would like that.
Yeah, I'm sure we could work something out. Chris is pretty good with magic. Maybe she could come up with something to keep you cool.
Possibly. If nothing else, it's good to explore a little bit. We spent our whole lives at the score and then walked from there to Toontown. There's also some incredible places on the way, but didn't really stop to appreciate them. Can't say I really have wanderlust, and I've missed well enough of work, but maybe.
I've missed traveling a little bit It was fun. But I did miss people when I was gone.
Maybe next time you need to travel with company.
Yeah, that sounds really fun, actually. Traveling with people.
So, I just decided that we've had a long enough conversation and that we needed to see whether or not Chifley still has balance because he was skating. Would Cassie like to roll me a strength save?
Oh, yes, I'd love that. Oh, that's not bad. It's still below a 10.
I don't think it's gonna be enough then.
That was a 9.
Because Chifley got a 3 for not falling down. And I think with a 9, Cassie probably didn't register that she should let go.
I'm wondering if part of the issue is that she did let go and didn't try and help him stay up.
Yeah.
Like, she let go with, like, excited, like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, and then just Chifley went face first into the ground.
Yep. Bang! Straight into the ice again. And I am actually going to roll him a d4 of bludgeoning damage this time. That's 2. Okay. He's got a bruise on his nose. He's fine though, but like, ow. He's got to stop landing with his face.
I think Cassie's gonna be like, oops. You're supposed to fall on your knees and then your arms, but not your wrists.
I will try and keep that in mind. He's just gonna roll back over onto his back. Maybe I could stay here.
If you want. I mean, we can help you to the shore if you want.
He is genuinely considering it. But then he's also like, not particularly dignified. Like, this is just, a thought bubble. They can't see it, but we, the audience, can see this thought bubble of him just staying on his back and Cassie grabbing him by the cape and just pulling him along the ice.
Because, yes, that'll work very well.
And he's just gonna pop it. Like, I'll manage. Thank you. But, you should skate too.
If you're sure.
I'm sure.
Okay, I'll be back soon.
And this is where I get to roll another one for Cassie, see how she does this time.
I can't see what that was. That was on an edge again. Well.
16.
Nice. Nice.
She's not doing any tricks at the moment. I think she's just skating along.
I mean, that's fair. Now, let's see. Chifley's attempt at getting up. I suspect is actually going to be quite good. Yes. 16. That's quite acceptable. Thank you, Chifley. Yeah, so he's going to get back up, just sort of brush himself off, and he is going to start sliding towards the edge where they came into the ice. And I don't think that, given as he's rolled several zeros, I don't think he's managed to figure out how to stop
Fair enough.
correctly. So he's just going to keep going until he is no longer on the ice anymore, so he can just sort of pivot and then flop down onto the snow, I think is what he's going to attempt.
If you want, I can roll an insight for Dorian and see if he can catch him.
I mean, you can, but also I think Chif's kind of got his mind made up. I'm going to roll him in acrobatics too, to see how well he does that.
Alright, I'm gonna roll an insight for Dorian, see if he manages to pick up what Chifley's having trouble with.
Hmm?
No, no, that was a 6. No, wait, that was a 10. I was adding the modifier the wrong way.
Oh dear. Well, Chifley got a 3 with being able to do this with any iota of grace. Like, he's absolutely going to hit the side, like the shore, and he is going to fall. But his plan was, I'm just going to quickly turn around and land on my back. That does not happen.
Do you think a 10 is enough for Dorian to have figured out what's gonna happen?
I think it's probably enough for Dorian to figure it out, but with not enough time to do anything about it. So he's just zeroes his attention in on Chifley while Chifley is trying to do this thing, and you can just sort of see his skates kind of get tangled up in each other, and instead of being able to do this nice little pivot and land on his back, it's straight face down into the snow again. And he's just gonna stay there for a second.
Yeah, okay. I think Dorian's gonna make a comment. It's just it generally helps if you stop first.
He's just gonna roll over in the snow and just look up at Dorian. I have not managed to figure that one out yet.
Yeah, I noticed.
Thank you. I'm glad that it is at least entertaining.
You're not doing that bad. You should have seen me the first time I tried it.
And how old were you when you did that?
Probably a similar age to you, actually. Then again, Anna hadn't done much of it either, so we both looked like fools on the ice.
Well, if you're gonna look foolish, better to do it with someone else, so you can look foolish together.
Yeah, does help.
It does. He's gonna sit up and brush the snow off and look out on the ice to see how Missy's doing, and I just rolled her a 15. So she's actually starting to actually get some really good form going, I think.
Nice. Yeah, like she's not wobbling anymore or anything like that, and is able to take wide turns and stuff.
Chifley's just gonna smile, actually pretty broadly, because she's having fun, and B, she's doing really well, so he's proud of her. He's just gonna, he's quite happy to sit in the snow. That does not bother him in the slightest.
I rolled another acrobatics for Cassie, and nothing's gonna save that roll.
Oh dear.
That wasn't that one. I think she was too busy cheering on Missy. She's not looking where she's going and goes off the edge of the lake.
Just does a little roll off into the snow with a snow puff.
Yeah, like she was skating backwards, like, yeah, Missy, and then just it's a snowflake.
Oh dear, oh dear. All right, I'm gonna roll another one for Missy because she's like, "Oh no, Cassie, are you okay?" Oh, that is exactly what I wanted. I mean, it's still not. It's not awful because your modifier is really great, but that is an 11. And with an 11, I am going to say that she's managed to skate over, but because she was in a, "Oh no, are you okay?" she didn't stop with enough time. She didn't stop hard enough. And so there is a second poof next to Cassie in the snow.
Two now outlines of tunes in the snow.
Yes, absolutely. And they both just sort of stand up from this perfectly formed shape around them. I love that. Oh, too good.
I think Cassie's gonna go like, "Hey, look, I made a snow angel."
Mine's just round. It's like the mascot of that donut shop. I'm hungry.
Do you want something to eat?
Yeah. What did we bring? I didn't even look at what we brought.
I think some of Dad's cooking and snacks and... Alright, see there?
You're gonna win because you got
Wings! But she is absolutely going to just start to crawl through the snow because she's like, I don't know how to move in these things.
Aww. I think Cassie's gonna wait for her to get back on the ice, and then we'll be like, "Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go."
Yep. We'll just roll one more, see how they do.
Yep.
Oh, good, Missy. Well done. Well done.
I haven't rolled above a 10 on Cassie's acrobatics for ice skating yet.
There's a 22 for Missy. She's doing well.
Yeah, she's doing real well. I think, I'm actually wondering if Cassie's not trying to let Missy win.
Oh, maybe she had the intention of like, oh, I'll just take it easy. It's all right. And it's just like, gone.
Yeah, hang on, the competitiveness after she's already passed.
Yep. Oh dear, oh dear. I kind of picture at that point like Missy's getting off the ice near where Chifley and Dorian are, and Chifley helps her get her boots off, and she's bounding towards the picnic blanket because she's hungry, but she just stop and wait and polite because she knows she gets in trouble if she doesn't do that. And I guess unless there is anything else you wanted to do, we could leave them having some snacks and a hot drink in their snow picnic.
Oh no, that sounds really nice. I think that would be great. I do reckon there probably is a little bit of like a pig hissing at Chifley again.
Oh
Like
yeah.
maybe when he reaches forward for something and Pig is just like, no, this is not yours. And then Cassie's got to be like, no, Pig, he does get some.
How much patience do you have for the goose today, Chifley? Oh yeah. All right. He would do it, but like withhold the damage because he doesn't want to hurt this goose. But Chifley knows a spell called Snowball Swarm.
Ah.
So like he's gonna reach for some of the food on the picnic mat, and then Pig will hiss at him, and he's just going to like flick his hand in a particular way, and then this snowball is just gonna go. Pff.
Yeah, I think Pig runs behind Cassie as just another.
And I think where's my d20? There it is. Yeah, fantastic. Chifley is sort of smiling to himself because it's like, haha, I got one over on the goose. And then there is just another poof in the back of his head as Missy had just made a snowball and threw it at him from really close range. And he just looks at her and she's just grinning.
I think Cassie's gonna bust out laughing at that.
Yeah, we might have a snowball fight on our hands, which I think is a really
Yeah.
lovely place to sort of zoom out.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good.
Oh man, I love these cousins so much. They're so good.
I love it too. Oh, this has been so much fun. It was fantastic. Lots of soft.
Lots of soft. Nothing beats having some shenanigans and soft as your first FPS of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I might go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you very much for doing this with me, Kendall. This has been great.
Thank you for like indulging me when I was like, hey, we should take the Forde the Forde siblings ice skating.
Yeah, and it went actually a lot better than I was expecting. Chifley was on his face for a lot of it, but that's what happens when you have negatives in your dex-based skills. Oh well.
Yeah.
That ain't
Anyway, this is good fun.
it was very good fun. Thank you everybody for listening, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.